What's going on, folks? Let's talk about some relevant stuff. This one right here, this one is going to be a follow-up from the previous analysis that I made on the guppy indicator itself. And remember how I was talking about the lower side retest of the guppy band itself, right? Now, just taking a look at this previous bear market cycle from the 2014s, guys, now way long, right? You went all the way towards the lower side of the guppy retest right here, and then you bounced for a 3-2 retracement all the way towards these price point, and then you continue your down trend, guys. Now, this is applicable when you have initiated your down move, when you have initiated your bear market, your bearish trend, and your sell-offs, right? But to be honest with you, yes, we are in a bear trend. Bitcoin is in a bear trend. It's in a macro bear trend, and until we are closing above $58,000, guys, now I'm going to be really generous in terms of the range, right? Until we are closing weekly candle above $58,000 on Bitcoin itself, we are going to be in a bear trend, and most likely any retracement that goes to the upside is going to be a sell in the first and the fourth pass, right? So, judging by that fact, every single time you put in a bear market on Bitcoin, you go for that retest from the lower side bounce for about a 3-2 extension in this entire bear leg itself, right? Now, if we talk about the 2018 scenario back again, guys, something similar happened, right? You went down all the way towards the lower side of the guppy band, and then you retested the 3-2 extension, and then you continued around 10 and took the price action all the way down towards 3100 Bitcoin, making everybody wrecked from the top, guys. Don't be holding these assets like a stupid motherfucker and just crying about these ones going down by 90% like a bitch. All right, so this happens again and again, and guys, look, let me be very honest. Bitcoin bails out everybody again and again. All you have to do is essentially be patient enough and play with the money that you're not that you just don't care about, guys. Most likely that is the way to win in crypto markets. One of the ways to win in crypto markets, right? Now, similarly, in this echo wave, this echo wave right here, the $3,100 extending all the way towards $14,000 Bitcoin right here out of nowhere in the middle of 2019 had this similar structure going on, guys. Similar structure going on. Structures repeating, fractals repeating, right? Now, from the all-time high, we went down all the way towards, this is not the all-time high, but yeah, the interim high, we went all the way down towards these price points, and then you produced a bounce from the lower guppy band once again all the way towards 382 extension, and then rejecting down further below the guppy band itself, right? Now, guys, guess what is happening right here, right now? We are bouncing off the lower guppy band, and we are nearing the 382 extension right here. Now, is this a bearish video? Is this to tell you that dump all of a Bitcoin and move away from market, leave the market altogether? Not essentially, but yes, this brings about a little caution in the market as of now, as we're looking at Bitcoin being crazy volatile in 1 hour time frame itself. And guys, essentially, whenever the asset is getting crazy volatile, either it's putting in a top or either it's putting in a bottom, right? I hate to break it to you, but if we have to be fractalizing everything, we are kind of near another top. Am I trying to pinpoint a top or a bottom right here? No, not essentially, but yes, if I were to be trading this one, I'm not going to be extending my welcome in the market. I am going to be taking profits regularly, and I would not expect a lot from Bitcoin price action or any altcoins price action as well, for that matter, right? So let's jump on to Bitcoin USDT on Binance itself, and let's follow from yesterday's analysis. So for that, we got to jump onto the small time frames like the daily itself. Now, this is the good news, guys. We've secured the 200 simple moving average, with this one's being sloped to the downside, but still, so far so good. We have secured this one, and if we talk about the daily time frame, we are kind of challenging this high once again with a little more conviction, guys, a little more conviction than the previous retest itself. And once we start closing our 12-hour candles above $41,500, guys, remember the analysis from yesterday's video itself, until we do that, we most likely will reject from these levels back again to the downside, guys. Remember, the trend is to the downside, and the previous 8 daily candles have been straight up. They have been straight up in, like, alright, coming from extreme oversold environments. Yes, you're supposed to look at this price action happening in front of your eyes, but it has been straight up in a completely bearish market dynamic, right? So if you just take a look at this price action right here, I can see the 382 standing in at $42,000 levels, which gives me another range, which alright, to be honest with you, it gives me another confusion in the basket lined up, right? Now, that essentially is not not a confusion if you understand the price action dynamics and if you understand risk management as well. It's not going to be a confusion, guys, because the risk management started playing out right after the breakout from this grind right here, and the retest of the 200 simple was kind of in the cards, and then we are kind of trading above this one, closing this candle, opening and closing a new candle of this one is a good sign. As of now, it's a good sign. But if you talk about the momentum oscillators, where are my momentum oscillators? I don't think I have any momentum oscillator. Let's see if I can put on the main chart layout and talk about Bitcoin on that main chart layout without taking a look at Ethereum itself, right? So BTC USDT back again on this one, and the daily time frame real quick right here. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Check out this RSI. I mean, yes, we did break this grind, and yes, we were speculating on this grind as well. Now everything is coming back to fruition, right? Check this one out, guys. I've been screaming and shouting about how this grind is one of the most useful grinds, because we have been under this grind for a very long time, ever since the first week of January itself. And this one resolved to the upside. Well, this one took the price action all the way towards these price points as well. The 3-2 extension out of this entire bull market in a nutshell, in one single Fibonacci structure right here for you guys. Yes, we did test the 3-2 extension, and yes, we are currently still at resistance, guys, which is why I would not want to be overextending my welcome in the market. Now, the kind of price action structure which I would be looking forward, judging by how choppy this entire market structure is, would be the fact that we could be coming back down for a retest of this 3-2 extension to the downside all the way towards $36,500 levels. And guess what? Still be bullish on the price action structure itself, right? And then we could get a little reaccumulation price action on these levels, and then we can try killing this resistance to the upside, maybe, and then we can talk about $50,000 Bitcoin, right, guys? Essentially, what I know is that if 50,000 Bitcoin has to happen in this month itself, it's not going to be a straight line to the upside. Well, it can be. I'm not denying the fact that it can't be, but yeah, it's going to be very volatile, guys. We have data right in front of our eyes on the hourly time frame itself, on the 4-hour time frame itself, that the volatility is at its peak on BTC USD itself, which means that jumping onto any asset at its peak volatility is going to be very, very choppy, and it's going to be very disturbing as well, right? Now, for that matter, yesterday's video was somewhere here. I remember making the video right here, and the volatility was still under expansion, right? Now, had you been wanting to go for that breakout trade right here onto these levels, guess what? You were immediately greeted with a 5.6% volatility on Bitcoin itself, right? Now, just at the resistance and just at the peak of the volatility, I don't think that having a tight risk management, having a tight stop loss, and jumping onto any asset with this volatility is going to help out. I don't think it's a profitable strategy, guys. Look, you can jump with your extreme tight stop losses when your volatility is kind of loosening up, when the price action is just slipping and sliding to the downside or the upside. That is when maybe you can have a stop loss which is kind of tighter than these situations right here. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy volatile. I mean, jumping onto any stop loss to the upside or the downside is going to get hit. Most likely your stop loss is going to get hit if you are jumping in these conditions in the market, right? Now, just to counter this argument in the small time frames, guys, now why do I talk about the small time frame? You have to bifurcate in your mind about these time frames, right? Remember, whatever happens in hourly time frame doesn't mean that the 12-hour or the 4-hour time frame has the same implications. If you are basing your trades on the hourly time frame, manage your risk on the hourly time frame, manage your trend reversal zones or maybe your take profit zones as well in that time frame itself. If you are basing your trade in the 4-hour time frame or 12-hour time frame itself, trade according to that. Trade according to whatever that time frame is telling you. Now, the hourly time frame tells us that yes, it's going to be very choppy in the small time frames, which is why your intraday trades are going to be little difficult. It's going to be little difficult. Whereas, if we talk about the 12-hour time frame right here, it's not going to be that difficult because the volatility has just started expanding. And guess what, guys? In context to what happened right here, this is nothing. This is a piece of cake right here. You talk about the volatility factor on Bitcoin itself from your Tesla pumps right here. This is crazy. This is mad. This is ball sack volatility right here for you guys. Bitcoin moving 10% in one single day is crazy, guys. Is crazy, right? Now that is crazy. We are not dealing with that as of now on the 12-hour time frame, which is why basing your trades on 12-hour time frame is going to be a little easy, guys. And guess what? Here comes a little change in risk management as well. Now, where do you see the last rejection low in the price action? It's going to be right here at this candle bottom right here at $36,500 levels, right? Now, here we can talk about $36,000 as a convenient level, as a potential level of interest. Right now, I think we determined this level from the hourly time frame itself, and you can see the relevancy on the 12-hour itself, right? So your risk management is going to be this entire price action bracket, guys. Yes, this is how you look at this market. Yes, this is how you trade objectively. Yes, this is how you make peace with the fact that not every single trade is going to work out. And yes, guys, one more thing. most of the trades are going to be losing trades, but it really depends on how you're working about your risk to reward opportunities, because your risk to reward opportunities will optimize your profits. You have to optimize your profits. Essentially, you have to optimize your wins and cut your losses as soon as possible in the market, right? This is how range works in higher time frame. And whatever I was talking about in the early time frame itself, yes, trading will work out according to those terms in the early time frame itself, right? Now, if we talk about the 12-hour time frame on Bitcoin itself, this is your range, guys. This is your risk management. 10%. 10% is your risk management before we invalidate anything, right? Now, if we keep on jumping on, if we keep on squeezing, and if we keep on grinding to the small time frames, you can see that the risk management keeps on shifting, right? This right here is going to be most likely your intraday risk management as well. Basically, if you are want to long Bitcoin for today itself until the daily candle closure, you want to be looking at your risk management points as $38,000 levels. Well, let's talk about $39,000 as well, flat on a 4-hour opening and a closing basis. If you start closing 4-hour candles below this price point right here, I think we're going to be teleporting down all the way towards $36,500 on Bitcoin, right? Now, until then, this is going to be a rejection, guys. Until then, 41,000. Nope, I don't see any conviction right here. And the RSI is kind of waning down. Alright, guys, what is this pattern right here? What is this weird ass pattern right here for you guys? This is called a head and shoulder with a complex left shoulder right here, formulating a a complex left shoulder formulating a right shoulder, which could be another complex right shoulder, right? And this is what RSI could do, guys. Now, this is something which we'll talk about in tomorrow's video, but I mean, this is a structure as a trader I don't like to look at. I mean, this RSI signature is something which I would not be very keen in terms of trading, right? Now, essentially, is this the structure which I want to be looking forward towards if we are breaking out of this one? Maybe, yeah, guys, because the fact is that we are still above the 60 reads on the 4-hour time frame itself. Now, until your 60 reads are being taken down on a 4-hour opening and a closing basis on the RSI, on the related strength index, this structure with the 21 simple, with the support is going to be held for today itself until we are above 60. Until we are above 60, we have clear chances of breaking this one to the upside on the 4-hour time frame itself. But if the RSI starts waning to the downside from these levels, things are not essentially going to look nice. And most likely we'll be retracing down all the way towards $36,000 levels. And alright, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But you know the deal, guys. Once we start losing this one, we're going to be going down back again to the lower side of $30,000 levels. And guess what, guys? I'm really upset with Bitcoin because it didn't test my downside targets, right? Am I really upset about this? No, guys, not essentially, right? Expect anything. Expect the unexpected from the stupid fucking crypto market, because this is how it works. Right? Why am I talking about 618 is because this is your golden pocket and we've still not retested this one. We've still not done that. We've still not gone for that crazy bear drop, to be honest with you, on the price action, on Bitcoin price action itself, which I was looking forward towards, but it looks to me like we got pulled away from the price action zones from these levels, right? Alright, guys, now holy shit, 12 minutes down this video, I'm still talking about Bitcoin. Now that's complete hair whiteness. Well, if this analysis makes sense to you, hit that like, and this is pretty much time sensitive, so all the people who've hit that bell icon are kind of benefiting from this free content for you guys right here. Alright, so let's talk about what else do we have. We have Ethereum on the guppy. Now, guys, the picture for Ethereum is going to be a little different, right? So which is why we're not going to be talking about guppy analysis on Ethereum itself, whereas we can talk about how the daily and the 12-hour time frame is operating on this particular asset right here. Are we setting in another? All right, now, guys, this is similar to Bitcoin. I mean, Ethereum and Bitcoin are side by side. They are completely side by side. Ethereum is doing exactly what Bitcoin is doing, and if Bitcoin takes out 41,500 to the upside, yes, Ether will do the same, and most likely let our target all the way towards $3,000 Ethereum, right? Until then, guys, risk management according to Bitcoin, exactly according to Bitcoin. Now, why am I putting a lot of weight into Bitcoin? The only reason being the dominance, guys. Bitcoin dominance is on the rise, and these are your market dynamics where you want to put your faith, you want to put your blind faith and heart and soul into Bitcoin's price action and let Bitcoin decide the general market direction. Bit of a glitch as electricity is causing troubles right here in India, guys. So if you're from America, you know what? You're lucky. At least in terms of the infrastructure, not in terms of your financial situation, as you do owe a crazy amount of debt to China, I guess. Alright, guys. So right here, Ethereum is well, still below this one, and this is as clear as it can get, guys. Bitcoin price action will make this one follow up, right? Similarly with altcoins, guys. Bitcoin dominant environment, stick to Bitcoin for your analysis, and whatever Bitcoin does is going to be resolving your range to the upside or the downside. Similarly with most of the assets. Alright guys, so next up we have, okay, so I did want to address this comment from this video, comment from 22nd of July itself. Jake talking about Digibyte and so it's Verge, XVG, XVG, 2017 shitcoin for you guys, Verge right here. So we'll take a look at this one. But guys, I do have to talk about this video as well. I mean, yes, 100% potential ROI in this trade for Uniswap against USD. So let's see what's going on in this trade as well, guys. Similar structure to Ethereum, right? Kind of weaker in terms of the price action itself, but yep. I mean, most like the structure is looking the same, and this is the setup right here for you guys. We're doing fine for this trade itself. Although as Bitcoin is approaching $42,000 levels, yes, I'm going to be moving my stop losses up. I'm going to be taking them up, right? Because things could get volatile from these price points, and in one single hourly candle go to zero. Not exactly, guys, but yeah, I mean, the trends could start reverting and you would not know. This is how markets work. This is how market works. Nobody knows where the top is being formulated. Nobody knows where the bottom is being formulated until you have 80% of any supply, any crypto asset supply. Then you can maybe make a bottom or make a top in terms of your supply demand action itself. But until then, until you're trading the markets, nobody knows where the top is. Nobody knows where the bottom is, right? So essentially, if this guppy trend right here, now guys, I'm going to be judging this one by the guppy because the exponential ribbon is looking exactly like the guppy, right? So if we are going to be supported by the lower side guppy on the 12-hour time frame itself, this trend is going to be to the upside as obvious as it can get, all the way towards $22.4 levels right here, right? And until then, it's going to be a little chop zone right here. I'm going to be pushing my trailing stop loss all the way towards this 12-hour candle right here, guys. This is going to be my first trailing stop loss, and I'm going to be pushing my second trailing stop loss all the way towards the second 12-hour candle wick. That is going to be onto these price points, and your first trailing stop loss is going to be right here. So guys, these are the trailing stop losses, right? Am I going to be happy losing out on this trade if we go to the downside? Not essentially, but I mean, this is how market works. I'm not trying to pinpoint the top and bottom, and I'm not trying to exactly nail this 100% move to the upside, but I'm trying to make the best of it. If I have a setup right in front of my eyes, and if I'm able to identify that the market is going to be taking this particular direction for the coming days itself, yes, I will play that one, but the results will not be in my hand. Results are not going to be in my hand, right? The best thing which I can do is optimize my own trading, own setup, and let the trade play out on its own. Now, this is what Uniswap is looking for. Now, quickly, we're going to be jumping on to Digibyte as Mr. Jake right here from the community, who comments every single day on Cryptodicator, guys. Now, that's crazy, guys. I just have massive respect for Jake Banks, massive respect and massive gratitude as well, because most of the people watching the content are not really interacting much, guys. Come on, guys, leave that comment, do something, hit that like, right? You can't skip this video without hitting a like. Just do that at least, so that I'll know that at least you guys are engaging and you guys are watching this video until this point right here. 16-17 minutes down the line, still making the video. I thought I'm going to be making precise videos, but not for today. Nope, not happening for today itself, I guess. All right, so Digibyte is a pretty confusing structure, to be honest with you. I mean, this is crazy confusing, guys. Why do I say this? Because it has no clear direction in the macro logarithmic picture as well. Most of the price action trend are being pulled to the upside by Bitcoin itself, it looks to me like, right? Now, this one came into fruition all the way towards, I mean, guys, this one started trading back in the good old days, the last week of March 2014. Damn old of an asset. Yes, it's a dinosaur in the space, and yes, it has a crazy big community. And guys, look, the best I can guess for Digibyte is that this one was your first paradigm phase. I mean, in the bigger picture, we look at different paradigms for any asset, right? This was your Digibyte's first accumulation paradigm going on, and then you expanded for about 100x move to the upside. And look, guys, this is the best guess I can take. We are in a second paradigm for Digibyte, and this can extend for a very long time. Now, this second paradigm is certainly formulating a head and shoulder, a macro, a big fat ass head and shoulder. So most likely down the line, by the time Bitcoin resolves this entire range to the upside, essentially by the time Bitcoin goes to $1 million or something like that, maybe $500,000 or maybe $300,000 levels, right? This price action could get reaccumulated on this zone maybe by the end of 2024 itself, and then we can talk about this entire range being resolved to the upside in the future, guys, all the way towards maybe $10 Digibyte as well. Because if patterns have to repeat, this is what is going on as a whole, right? Now this asset is one of the assets which I don't think I would like to play around a lot with. I mean, this is the price action in the small time frames, even in the medium time frames as well, which I would not want to entertain, guys. This is crazy volatile. This is crazy volatile, and this is crazy choppy. So I would not essentially be putting a lot of focus in this one. Although I would be identifying the areas of values as a value investing. This is a value investing right here. I don't see any potential swing trades or intraday trades as well in this kind of price action structure. So yep. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be there. So if it comes onto these values, yes, it's going to be a crazy buy for the coming days and the months as well. Although, guys, let's just talk about the 3-day itself. I mean, yes, this again is a point of value right here for you guys. The 200 simple on the 3 time frame itself is currently being retested. And guys, whenever we test the 200 exponential, the 200 simple from the downside, our retest to the upside is going to be at the 50. Right now, this is standing in at 0.07, essentially 7.5 cents per Digibyte, most likely coming down the line, right? But would I want to be putting a lot of money to this asset? No, guys, this is a low cap market coin, right? Low market cap coin, and essentially any asset with less liquidity is something which I would just refrain. If I'm trading the daily time frames, I would refrain from the assets which don't have much liquidity, to be honest with you, right? So let's wait for this paradigm to play out in the coming days and the years as well, and maybe we can talk about $10 Digibyte maybe by 2024 when Bitcoin is at $250,000, right? All right, guys, so next up we have nothing. I'm going to be talking about Verge, XVG, USD. Both of these assets are from Bittrex itself, and taking a look at the 3-day time frame, guys, another paradigm shifting asset for you, but certainly weaker than Digibyte, to be honest with you. Weaker than Digibyte. I mean, in terms of this price action structure, because we did not take the all-time high. Digibyte did take the all-time high in terms of the previous structure itself, but Verge kind of fell short of this place right here. Testing the 200, the moving average on 300%, not essentially that strong, right? Although if I had to tell anything about this one right here, I'm not sitting with a crystal ball, so I'm not trying to predict this one either way. So the upside or the downside doesn't really matter, but if we have to bounce on the 200 simple like Bitcoin itself, most likely we test the 236 and the 382 onto these levels at 0.4 cents per Verge. Now, guys, this is also a dinosaur in the space, and Verge has a crazy big community behind themselves. Crazy amount of people holding Verge and crazy amount of people developing Verge as well. And guys, guess what? I have a fact to tell you guys. This crypto asset right here is the first crypto asset to be accepted by pawn websites, right? I mean, look, if you want to go if you want to talk about premium memberships on Pornhub or anything like that, yes, Verge as a crypto asset gets accepted on your monthly and your yearly subscription basis, guys. Now, this has been happening from these levels right here, and I do remember when it came out on crypto Twitter, everybody was going bonkers and everybody was talking about how the best use case scenario for Verge could be jacking off, I guess. I mean, this is what's going on in the market, guys. Well, to be honest with you, I'm going to be ending this video right here. I think this is pretty much it. My electricity is kind of making me haywire in terms of the video itself. So I'm going to be catching all of you guys in the next video pretty soon. Bye for now.